大家好，欢迎收看我的视频。我们今天要玩的是史丹利的预言这个游戏我在1年前还是2年前，不是一年前还是半年前我做过这个游戏。那时候那个游戏刚出来然后中国还没有汉化版所以字母我都是自己翻译的在下面。如果你想看那个视频的话，你可以点简介里的链接，我应该会留在那里如果没有的话，就是我忘记了，一定要提醒我。所以现在我开始玩这个，又继续玩这个游戏，因为现在有汉化版，然后我很喜欢这个游戏。那时候其实我做2集，但是做字母实在太麻烦了，所以我就放了1集出来。好的，然后你可以看到右上角，这里有我的帧数在这里有点神奇，我也不知道他们怎么做到。好，那我们就开始游戏吧，先。我的天。
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
好了，所以现在是我在控制史丹利所以我们先出去吧，对不对？这是我们的办公室427，然后很明显所有人都走了，不知道为什么。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
不知道。
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
那好吧，那我们就去会议室看一眼，我不知道会议室在哪里。这是谁的电脑？哦，我把他电脑关了。也许什么东西没保存对不对？也许他还写什么重要的东西，但是I hate Monday 谁都不喜欢礼拜一，是不是？但好像要放假了。哇，这是什么？可以过去吗？不可以。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
你看这我不同意，是不是？故事是这样的史丹利走到这2个门前，然后他往右走了，再见。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
So?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
对，我只是想去那个什么员工休息室看一看而已。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
是的。
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
原地欣赏着，好的。我能喝这个吗？不可以。就坐着吧。这谁的？
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room
看不
so
太清楚。
utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
谁在意
Really worth it.
他们走不走，对不对？我只是在这里就玩一玩，对不对？我才不在乎我
At this
同事。
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall
你知道什么
personality.
吗？你知道什么吗？
It's
操你妈！我走
possible
了
that。this is why, but
去
at
你的。
last he'd had enough of the
去
amazing
你的。
room and took the first open door on his left
看
to
这个
get back to business.
这个我就不同意了，是不是？这我就不同意了，是不是？史丹利一直往前走，这个是剧情。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
不
ago.
是，听好，我在这里按按钮，按了几年，然后我现在就不服从几个指令而已不管你是谁在上面说话了我就不服从几个指令而已，然后你就这么批评我，你这是不是禽兽还是什么？
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Sure.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh.
Please, stop trying to make... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you. To show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
你认为我听着你，我听着。
Give me a chance.
好，我给你个机会。好，你不说话时再说，危险无处不在啊！这个翻译太好了。啊，应该是本来就在那里，或者还是什么？不知道。嗨，没有。这是什么地方？我的天，好可怕！我不知道我以前来到这个地方没有，我从来没有。哦，我天，这是什么？一个红门。
Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
那这个我就十分不同意的是吧？为什么我总要听你说的呢？你看，史丹利进了蓝。
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
所以你要这么玩是吧？所以你要这么玩，所以你要这么玩啊？你觉得我在乎？
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
To the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
哇，这什么地方？哦，我的天！
There's nothing here.
人说
I
什么
haven't
胡
even
话？
finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
非常值得。
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to
我
see.
现在感觉好糟
Help
糕。
me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
我买了这游
Tell you
戏。
what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design.
我买了这
and give
游
me
戏。
some feedback. There we go.
Wow.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we
我的
were
天。
before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
这材质错误，这不看上去肯定是本来就有材质。这是什
Okay,
么？
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
你就加一个门，是不是？这不代表任何事
A
情。
one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one?
当然，
That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
哇，这是，哦，哇 ，The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard，哇，这是排行榜，哇 ，Good old Neil，哇，玩了2秒，这个其实挺好的，看上去，但是不够，啊，
Now,
不够。
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
你看
honest
这个
answers, please.
这完全没有跟我这样任何动力。
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
好，可以。
You wouldn't mind
没事。
taking a look at it, would you?
不会。
Perfect.
好的。
Let me boot it up.
我的天，这是什么？我们要玩新游戏了吗？哦，我的
In
天，
this
这是
game, the baby crawls left
哦，我的天。
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
这是什么
It's
游
a
戏
very
啊？
meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the
是。
demands of family life.
绝对的。
I think the art world will really take notice.
当然。
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
然后我不管了，再见。
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
我还想玩。
What do we have here?
玩其他人游戏。
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
什么游戏啊？喂，回答喂。
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Minecraft.
But is it
不能跳，我不能打方
Tell me
块。
that, Stanley.
不能
Will
跳。
it ever be enough?
不够。
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you.
不。
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
在哪里？
This will go here.
哦，我的天！
No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all
什么
off...
屎房子这是？哦天！
It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
你这
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
啊，我觉得肯定有什么炸在里
Isn't
面
it。grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
哦，去采矿，好的。但是官让不喜欢看挖矿，你知道吗？这个让我很尴尬。啊，我一挖矿，我全家就死了。听说。
Oh my!
哦，我的天！
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
哦，我下去就回不来了。哦，我可以下去。哦，我回不来了，我没有光。哦，我的天，怎么办？哎，沙勒，我不能挖了，我不能干任何事情。哎，蘑菇。哦，我的天，这样真的像 Minecraft 一样。
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
是吗？
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
哦不 ，Minecraft 很好玩，让我继续玩 Minecraft。为什么？这是什么游戏？ Oh no!
Yes, I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Oh no!
You trapped in a glass box with
传
no
送
way
门，
out,
绝对是
listening
传
to
送
me
门。
talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what
机器人要上
the
厕
hell
所吗？
this is.
应该不用。那让我出去喂。哦，在这里。哎，我的天，这什么地方？我没玩过单人传送门。
It's a puzzle.
哦，我不会解。
Critical thinking.
哦天，这太难了。
Stanley.
我是要撞门吗？
Forte.
啊！哇，一模一样。
Genius.
天才，谢谢 GLaDOS。
No, actually, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what? I think that's plenty.
What?
I really don't care much to see
Oh,
you
boy.
stumble through anymore.
啊！喂，你怎么突然不说话了？史丹利的初次测试。哦，完了，我掉下去了。不，救我！喂，这是原来的版本吗？这应该是原来版本。喂，喂，我们要到开始的地方了。哦，我的天，喂。427，这是我的房间。 我的天，有人吗？好，哦，
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
不，
I can wait.
不要不要，是要我们自己关还是啊？我的天，不会吧？哦，没有，还是继续。哦，别告诉我重新开始，你个婊子！啊，你个婊子！啊，你个婊子！啊，好
All
吧
of，his co-workers were gone.
啊，好吧，这次我们试
Stanley
试
decided to go to the
另一个道
meeting
路吧。
room.